Hello, welcome to the Spoonie and Ink tutorial because I'm not well enough to do a video call I mean. So, I've got this shell as my reference piece, and now with a pencil I'm just going to outline the basic shape of it. Now, it doesn't need to be neat or tidy because I would rub this out anyway, but any kind of lumps or key features, I'm just marking this in now. And it doesn't, there's so many different types of shells, you don't need to make it perfect, and you can add extra lumps or you can smooth things out if you want, and it will still look like a shell. So I'm just doing the entrance point where you'd go into the shell, and I'm adding like a few little extra lumps. I hope this makes sense. You can kind of just draw an ice cream cone and it will look the same. So, sorry if you can hear cars behind me. Now I'm just going to, again, still marking out like the key points and like where the key layers are. I can't even see where I'm drawing. Oh yeah, there I am. So adding an extra lump up there because I wasn't happy with it before. And like I said, doesn't need to be tidy at all. I'm now marking out the lumps that are not on the outskirts of the shell, and I'm just kind of doing little curly lines for that. I promise you it'll make sense once the shell is drawn. So, in a second, I'll be picking my thickest pen. If I was drawing this by hand, I would probably pick a 0.5 or above in fine liners. Again, whatever equipment you've got will work out well. Just need to watch me adding in the folds first with the pencil line. So I'm adding the folds down the bottom by the entrance, and again, I'm just copying the shell for reference, but you could do whatever you want. You could have like a really big fold over. Alright, so now I'm using my thickest pen. Marking all of the outside with that. And now I've picked a thinner pen, so what would probably be my 0.1 or my 0.2. And I'm just going over those sorts of lumps. I then will add horizontal lines and vertical lines all over it. It doesn't really matter where they go, and I try and make sure that I break them up a bit. You don't want like big solid lines, although you can add them too. And yeah, I'll just be going up and down, and if there is a curve in the shell, I will make the line slightly rounder. So what I'm doing now is stippling. I'm doing dots, lots and lots of tiny dots on the left hand side of every feature. So I'm doing it on the left hand side of the shell and the left hand side of any of the lumps or protrusions. Okay, so I'm shading the inside, and I make it darker the closer it is to the inside of the shell. I'm adding lines and basically just going back and forth. Sorry, there's a seagull. Okay, and then finally, I'm just going to make everything darker. So where I've done the dot work, I'm going over it with a pen and I'm making everything darker, so you can see that I'm adding like dark lumps. I hope you can see that. And then I add in the blemishes that I like. To add the blemishes, I just add random black splodges, basically. And then that is pretty much it with the shell. Obviously, I did a coloured circle in the background, but the shell itself is drawn. So I hope that made sense to you, and I'm sorry that I couldn't do the video session, but I hope the tutorial worked. But yeah, thank you.